Welcome back to the Talk Monster, Talk Radio 102.3. I am Tennessee's voice of reason, Chattanooga's conservative conscience. Glad you're joining the show today. I want to remind you that a week from today, I'm going to be out at GT Distributors. It's because they're doing their GT Days with the best prices on everything you need. Up to 20% off select brands and so much more. GT Distributors in Rossville. I'm going to be there. Dale Jackson's going to be there. Captain Max is going to be there as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Broadcasting live a week from today at GT Distributors. And their big sale goes on May 16th and May 17th. All right, let's get to those Tennessee headlines right now. Max, we have the Tennessee Bullet Points.
The Tennessee Bullet Points, the top headlines from around the volunteer state.
Brought to you by the Tennessee Conservative. They're the volunteer state's largest conservative news source. Number 4 today, we're going to talk more about this next with Matt Murphy. But Nashville Police Chief says that we do not work with ICE. That's right. Metro Nashville Police Department Chief John Drake stated that his department did not collaborate with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement for traffic stops, emphasizing that they were not aware of ICE activity. Now, the Tennessee Highway Patrol partnered with ICE for a public safety effort, resulting in 369 traffic stops and 94 undocumented individuals being arrested. Now, Drake emphasized that immigration status is irrelevant to police operations and encouraged all residents, regardless of status, to call the police if they need help. How can you say so they're breaking the law, but that's irrelevant to police operations? Doesn't make any sense. Jeez. Anyway, says the department works with federal agencies like the FBI and ATF, but does not work with ICE. Crime in Nashville decreased by 8% in the past year. And Drake assured residents that the police department is there to help regardless of immigration status. So even though none of these leaders are saying
he works for the mayor.
Yeah. But they won't say out loud that they're a sanctuary city, but they're basically saying they're a sanctuary city.
They don't have to say it. We know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep, exactly right. All right. Speaking of the wave of ICE arrests we're talking about here, number 3 today, Republicans in the Tennessee State House say that the ICE arrests are demagnetizing Tennessee from burdens created by Biden's border policies, which, of course, they're right. The Tennessee House Republican Caucus on Tuesday said the recent wave of arrests by federal officials with the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, which occurred during a joint law enforcement operation last weekend and on Monday, it come after state lawmakers have passed legislation aimed at making the volunteer state a less attractive destination for illegal immigrants. So Republicans in the General Assembly led the passage of Public Chapter 716 last year, which mandated law enforcement agencies notify federal agencies of illegal immigrant arrests. Now, the House Republican Caucus said the legislation paved the way for this law enforcement activity that happened. Now, the Republicans wrote, "We aim to demagnetize Tennessee from the burdens created by the Biden administration's disastrous national security policies." And they added that they fully support the arrest of anyone who is violating our laws. Now, they proceeded to argue that Nashvillians should be concerned by the opposition to the arrest by local Democrats, including Mayor Freddie O'Connell, who DHS singled out after he claimed the agency made the city less safe by enforcing immigration laws. So Matt Murphy from Nashville is going to join me next on the show, and I definitely want to get his take on all of this. Number 2 today, Tennessee U.S. Representative Diana Harshbarger introduces the Pregnancy Resource Website Bill. That's right, she is reintroducing the bill, Pregnancy.gov Act, to create a website that provides women with a range of pregnancy and postnatal resources, from adoption information and tax preparation to domestic violence services, based on nothing more than their zip code. Now, the website, Pregnancy.gov, would be at no net cost to the government, as it would pull together pre-existing private and public resources from the local, state, and federal level to make a single cohesive platform for women in need. Now, Pregnancy.gov will not require women and families needing assistance to enter any specific information besides their zip code to find public and private resources available to them. Now, the co-sponsors of the act are Republican Representatives Brian Babin, Dan Crenshaw, Rick McCormick of Georgia, Sherry Biggs, and Scott Fitzgerald. I know that some who are against this were claiming it creates like a pregnancy database and would steal information or something. No, it's literally just a website where you can find information by putting in your zip code. I think that's fine. It doesn't even cost anything. I don't know why this hasn't already passed, honestly. And number one today, big story here out of Hamilton County. Hamilton County schools are cutting the budget, and they're saying it's going to cut jobs and reduce benchmarks. After at least 3 months of conversations around how to accommodate a funding shortfall, the Hamilton County School Board passed its budget Thursday, despite concerns from some that it does not seek additional funds that the district needs. Now, the balanced budget approved in an 8-3 vote removes half a position of the principal's choosing from every school, reduces benchmark testing from 3 times a year to once, and cuts $5.3 million from the central office. It now heads to the Hamilton County Commission, which serves as the funding body for the district for approval. Now, all the Democrats from Chattanooga voted against passing the budget. The final budget balance is at $16.2 million deficit, which district officials have attributed to a combination of lower than expected local tax revenues and rising costs. So there you go, going to affect local schools in this area. This segment of the program brought to you by TennesseeConservativeNews.com. My latest interview with Brandon Lewis, right up there on the front of the website. Go to TennesseeConservativeNews.com. Subscribe absolutely for free. When you do, let them know you heard about it right here on Yaffe Live.